Welcome to Talking Beards, an entertainment news podcast all about the facial hair lifestyle and the people who use their beards and mustaches to help change the world. Join your hosts, World Goatee Champion Aaron D. Johnston and two-time National Goatee Champion Scott Sykora as they talk about all the important issues in the community, from charity events, competition news, styling tips, breaking news, and much more. Tune in every Tuesday at 8 p.m. Eastern as we stream live on all social media platforms as well as talkingbeards.com and answer all of your questions. Join in our chat room and be a part of the show each week as we give away great prizes, compliments of Honest Amish. I am your host, Aaron D. Johnston, and I am Scott Sykora, and we are Talking Beards.
Oh, hey, what's going on, everybody in Talking Beards world? This is episode number 161, and we're back. We missed last week, and this is going to be episode number 238 of the podcast. Tonight, we have Emily Diver. She is from Arizona, and she will be helping, or basically, she just did the whole thing. She did the Desert Beard Battle that's coming up this weekend in Glendale, Arizona on April 9th. So we'll learn everything that there is to learn about that event coming up here in the next few minutes. Like Scott said earlier, this is going to be a jam-packed episode, about as jam-packed as Jake Johnson's butt.
Wow.
Why is Aaron blurry? Because I don't know, because my computer decided to kick me into Wi-Fi. So
you look better now.
What's going on? I don't know, but
You look better now.
I'm not on Wi-Fi anymore. I don't know. I'm plugged in. So yeah, I'm Aaron D. Johnston, and I was blurry a minute ago, but now I can be seen clearly.
You were like blurry. You were like blurry, like someone was wearing glasses with jam filters on them. Like it was like they took jam and they put it on the lenses, and they're like, "Oh my gosh, everything's blurry."
It was probably Jake Johnson's fault. Oh hey, Matt McClear's here. Thought I had too many Miller lattes. That's fancy for Miller Lite. What's up, Scott?
I got a text from Matt just a few minutes ago.
Ooh,
special delivery.
I didn't get a text from Matt. Wow, whatever. Thanks, Matt. You'll
probably get one now. But anyways, I'm Scott Sykora. You can find out more information at Scott Sykora, wherever
ScottSykora.com.
Wherever Scott Sykoras are sold. Actually, I think that's ScottSykora.com is a antique dealer out of Michigan.
Really? It's a thing?
Yeah, there's a guy named Scott Sykora. He's an antique,
sounds like a cool guy.
He probably is.
He probably is an antique.
I tried to friend request all the Scott Sykoras on Facebook just so I could get to know them all, which ended up being a real big mistake because, when I try to tag myself in a post,
you got to look through them.
All the Scott Sykoras, and I'm like, well, gosh, which one is the right one?
I struck up a friendship with Aaron Johnston on Facebook one time. He was a car guy, and we talked for a while a few years ago. But I didn't go through there and add them all.
Did you see we have Dale Spratlin from the Spratlin Institute here tonight? He's like, never really been involved, but I intend to watch the whole show tonight. Good looking whiskers, guys.
Well, thanks, Dale. I appreciate it. Yeah, stick around and hopefully it's a good episode for you. It should be pretty jam-packed. Uh-oh. Did you see my thing? Anthony Cardi brought it up. My card. Soft serve Aaron is his house.
Wow, you can read real well.
Oh, it's in his house. I can't. I'm not good at reading. So let's get into this thing. What did you do this weekend, Scott Sykora?
Well, but before we get into what we did.
I jumped out of line here. My bad.
That's all right. It doesn't. I mean, we can talk about what I did this weekend, and then we can talk about that. But all right. So first off, though, if you guys are interested in learning more about us in the show, make sure you go over to talkingbeards.com. There you can find out more information about us. You can subscribe to the podcast. Go over to our YouTube page if you like. There's a bunch of bonus videos over there. We're starting to do some more stuff. Breaking news, YouTube will be diving into the world of podcasting within the next couple of months. So be sure to keep your eyes peeled.
We're a podcast.
We are a podcast, but there's going to be different content over on YouTube. So if you guys are enjoying anything that Talking Beards does, make sure you go over there and subscribe to us on YouTube, because there's going to be lots of cool stuff coming up in the next couple months. So I meant to text you that today.
Surprise!
That was the big breaking news over the weekend that YouTube just announced in the small podcasting circle about what they have plans for podcasts and how they're going to start doing stuff and blah, 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 and him, ha, ha, ha. Anyways, talkingbeards.com. You can watch our show live currently. We are live streaming on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter. Is that right? And Twitch. Oh, we're on Twitch too tonight. So if you guys are, or if you want, you can watch us over at talkingbeards.com, but you cannot interact with the show. So you have to go either to Facebook and watch us at Talking Beards, or you have to go over to YouTube watching us at Talking Beards, or over at Twitch or at Twitter if you want to interact with the show in the chat room here. So, yeah. So that's what's going on right now. So other than that, this weekend, what did I do? I worked. And then when I got done with work, I went and got my taxes done, which
that's
dude,
fun.
I was like, cool. Cause I finished my year out in Ohio. I sold my house, other assorted garbage, blah, blah, blah. And then I basically moved to Texas at the beginning of the year. So all my tax stuff was all Ohio based. And lo and behold, I didn't even realize that Texas doesn't even have state tax, which is really cool. So, but yeah, so I had to file all this stuff. The next thing I know, it was like, Jeff Ray, I was just going to talk about you. That's how weird. It's like
Chris Wilson. My gosh.
We got lots of people here
all
tonight.
The greats.
All the great of all greats. But actually my weekend did start off with something really amazing. It started off with a 2-hour-long conversation with Aaron D. Johnston on Friday.
It was a 2-hour-long conversation. I couldn't believe it.
Yeah, and that leads into the things that are going to be coming up for us. Aaron and I got a really awesome project that we are going to start working on, and we think that everyone is going to absolutely love it. And we really think
everyone's going to love it. We just got to do it. That's all.
Yeah, it'll happen. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it, but I think it'll really help with the beard community and, getting more people interested and learning more about the history of it. So just make sure you guys stay tuned. Like I said, make sure you guys go over and subscribe wherever, like on YouTube, or follow us on Facebook, Twitter, wherever. Just, consume us wherever you can.
What's up, Gary Bow and Arrow?
Yeah. So anyways, to get back to what I was saying. So after I did my taxes, I had decided that maybe I would venture into town to this really cool place called
the Cigar Vault.
Yeah.
That's Jeff Ray's house.
That's like Jeff Ray's house. And
like he walks in there and he's like, cheers. They're like,
he's
Jeff.
He is. He's like the mayor of the Cigar Vault.
Yeah, you could tell. Everybody knows that.
Yeah. So
got his picture up on the wall and everything.
Yeah. So Jeff and Lisa were there, and then I didn't even know this, but then all of a sudden the chicken breads were there. I was like, oh my gosh.
They live there too?
They live about an hour away.
So I got to in Texas terms.
Yeah, everyone like in Texas, they all like live down the street from each other. But anyways, so I got to spend a few hours with them on Saturday, which was really cool. Oh my gosh, Eric Nykirk is here.
What's up, Eric? I think he's in the NASCAR thing with me. The mob NASCAR thing. I think he's like in third or fourth place right now.
Yeah.
Good job, Eric.
But yeah, so that was the extent of my weekend. Sunday, just went to a family function over at Angela's family's house. It was fun. It was awesome. It was like, I've been kind of having like, over the past like few weeks, I've been kind of having like missing home a lot and missing family, home cooked meals, all this stuff. And, we went to this little family get together, and it was nice to like feel like, sometimes it's just
some homey stuff.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. Home cooked food. I got to eat burgers and hot dogs. Like, I know.
That's amazing.
Yeah. So that was my weekend, Aaron. And what's going to be going on for like the next, I don't know, 40 minutes of you talking about your weekend, because this this was the first part of our conversation on Friday, was all about what happened with Steven Eldorado. How's it going, Steven? My Texas brother?
He's right up the road.
Yeah, he's right up the road. Yeah, so Aaron, begin.
So I'm going to kick this off with saying, if you're commenting on my page or anything and you want to interact with the show, go over to the Talking Beards Facebook page or YouTube page, because I know for sure those work. And I see there's some comments popping up on Aaron D. Johnston page.
Yeah.
Anyway.
You can also be watching us live on the Honest Amish Facebook page, as well as Beard Team USA's Facebook page.
Yeah, I mean, we're everywhere, but I know for a fact the Talking Beards Facebook page works if you want to interact with the show. Now, if you just want to watch it and you're already watching it and you're somewhere else, go for it. Keep staying there. But if you want to comment, I know those places work. So with that being said, my gosh, what a freaking couple of weeks I had. Let's just go all the way back. So the Monday before we were supposed to go do Talking Beards on Tuesday last week, I woke up Monday at like 4:00 in the morning, and I honestly don't know if I've ever been this sick.
Are you being honest?
I'm extremely honest right now. I woke up, I was in a puddle of sweat. I had like 102.5 degree temperature. I thought I was dying. I was in a super nice room in Las Vegas. We had all these plans, and me, Natalie, and Andrew were going to go do all the things. I did none of the things. I couldn't even look at my phone. Like, I could text barely, and then when I looked at my phone, I felt like I was going to throw up. So I just laid there. Like, I couldn't look at my phone. I couldn't watch TV. I couldn't look at a computer. Nothing. Like, I don't know. It was bad. So that's why we didn't have a show last week. I woke up.
I love that. He watches every week except for the weeks we're not on.
Yeah, right. Me too.
Way to go. Thank you, David Brown.
And I woke up Tuesday and I was definitely feeling better. Not perfect, but we got out and did some stuff, and we went to Caesars and checked out that stuff.
The salad place?
Yeah, we ate all the salad. So
wow.
We cruised around, went to a few casinos and walked in. We're not gambling. We're going to casinos that like they have things going on, like water shows or giant singing frogs or, malls
like
and stuff like that.
Aaron.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. So, yeah. Well, we can go back further. Apparently, I need to talk about the Pahrump competition as well.
Oh, yeah. That was the reason why you were there.
Yeah, that was the reason I was actually out there, but I didn't go back far enough. What's up, David Organo?
Should we play the...
What?
There's a video that goes along with the Pahrump thing.
Maybe we can get to that later.
Okay.
Yeah, so we got a lot to cover. So,
yeah.
Pahrump comp was super cool. There was the chili cook-off. There was axe throwing. There was people everywhere. There was mascots for the minor league team were there. Very good competition. Patrick Dawson and company did a very good job, and it'll be in Las Vegas next year. So everybody keep that in mind. If you want to go to Vegas, actual Vegas, not Pahrump, this is going to be a hell of an event. I promise.
You said Pahrump is like an hour.
So Pahrump is an hour outside of Vegas, and there's literally nothing. And I mean this wholeheartedly. There's nothing between Pahrump and Las Vegas except for like
oxygen
and sand. That's it. Nothing else.
So you just drove in the sand. There was not even roads.
Yeah, you had to. It's you're out in the desert, so you just dune buggy.
Oh, hey, Crystal Davis is here. Drink, everyone.
So then, we did Vegas stuff Wednesday or Tuesday, and then Wednesday we woke up early and proceeded to drive 3,000 miles in 30 hours. So we got about 2 hours outside of Vegas, and Natalie and I are just cruising on 2-lane interstate, not bumper to bumper traffic, but a decent amount of traffic. 2 semis swapped over in front of me. I'm in the fast lane, so I'll set this up for you. I'm in the fast lane. There's a semi in front of me, and then the semi gets over at the same time that a semi is coming from the slow lane into the fast lane. So there's a gap briefly so I could see down the road. Well, when I could see down the road, it looked like in the distance that there was a front end of the car. And I was like, probably not. That must have just been a weird back of a car.
And that's what I call a sticky situation.
Almost.
Oh, not yet.
And Kara's here. She has a broken foot. Oh my gosh. What's up, Kara? I hope you're doing all right.
We hope you're doing good.
So I'm following the semi, and then not 2 seconds later, the semi goes from the fast lane to the slow lane as hard as he humanly possible could. I don't know how he did not flip over. And there it was, the front end of a Honda Accord coming at us about 100 miles an hour. I got over in the slow lane, and sure enough, there was a car in our lane.
Have you ever driven in the slow lane before, or was that your first time?
Sometimes. It was the first time in a while, but I got over there. But dude, this car, like the front bumper was hanging off. The inner fender was dragging the ground. The whole driver's side was smashed in. The side view mirror was dangling. And it was a pretty new Accord. And I'm telling you, he was doing 95, 100 miles an hour.
The ashtray was open.
Yeah. And I watched him in my rearview mirror, and he disappeared. I didn't see cars, crashing or anything. We got maybe a mile up the road, and it was just complete carnage. There was probably a dozen cars. There was a car flipped over. There was a chrome plated Tesla crashed into the flipped over car. There was cars on both sides of the road with clear amount of damage. It was wild, absolutely wild. So we continued down our path. No more excitement to that level. We got out of Albuquerque, and probably, 30 minutes outside of Albuquerque, we stop at a gas station. It's starting to get dark, but not dark yet. And then, so we get gas, and I go to turn on the car, and it doesn't start.
Oh, man.
So the battery turned over about once, and we got that click. So I had jumper cables. I popped the hood. There was a truck over there. Dude jumped me off. We went to Taco Bell, sat in the drive-thru, and I was like, all right, we're in this drive-thru. We'll Google auto parts stores or whatever, go get a new battery, get back on the road.
Some tacos.
Yeah, some tacos. We'll be good to go. There was nothing open in this town at all. Nothing.
Except Taco Bell.
Taco Bell was open, but you can't get a car battery there, just gas. So then we started looking at, the closest Walmart and whatnot. Yeah, I heard it.
It does sound dirty.
I heard it, Matt. So I was like, all right, so we can either backtrack, completely go off the path, or we can go to Amarillo, Texas. That is 3 hours away, and get a battery. So I'm like, all right, well, it's 3 hours away. It's 7:00. Walmart closes at 11.
Amarillo by morning.
Amarillo by morning. And then, so we start driving, and then I looked, and I was like, well, maybe there's a auto parts store open that late. Probably not, but maybe. And I start scrolling through all the auto parts stores, and lo and behold, there's an AutoZone open until 11:00 at night for some reason.
Did you get in the zone, Aaron?
I did get into the zone. So I call them like, hey, are y'all really open till 11? They're like, yep, really open till 11. I'm like, all right. And then, do you have a battery for Forester? Yep, good to go. I'm like, all right, well, we'll be there in 3 hours. No problem. So I put it in my GPS. Keep in mind, it was 7:00 a little bit ago. And so I put it in the GPS. It said like 11:01 or something like that. So that means we were going from Mountain Time to Central Time.
Oh, my gosh. You didn't account for that.
I did not think about that. So now we just proceed to haul ass to take some time off the GPS. And so Natalie
that stands for Global Positioning Satellite.
That's something. So then Natalie just takes a nap because, we're rolling down the interstate, a fur piece. And so we're rolling a little bit, and then we hit a storm. So then it starts raining on us, and there's tumbleweeds flying, and we started, we're just driving, and it was super storming. And then we hit some hail, and that was pretty fun because it was a good bit of hail. And then the temperature gauge goes from the 40s down to like 32, and then it starts snowing on us.
Oh my gosh.
Super heavy snow for a little bit. And so I'm still doing my best to keep it at least at the speed limit. So I'm not gaining time. I'm at least staying steady. And so we get through the storm. And so I continue to start hauling ass again. And then we get to Amarillo, and by morning. and we rolled up to the AutoZone at like 10:42. I come flying into the parking lot. I run into the AutoZone, and they're like, Subaru battery? I was like, yes. And so I proceeded to install the battery. Dude come out, lend a hand, swap the batteries out, thank the guys, went across the street, got gas, got back on the road, and we still took time off the GPS to the house. So I felt like that was pretty successful, doing a whole battery swap, getting gas, getting off the beaten path, getting back on the path, and we still ended up taking 20, 30 minutes off. And poor Natalie has to stop every 2 hours to pee. And we didn't do that. So she was extremely excited to get home. We can't read what's on your little sticky thing.
Damn it. My whole joke failed.
Yeah, I figured it was that. But yeah, so that was our event to the house. So then we just proceeded to drive home. There was nothing else exciting, but somehow I ended up staying up like 40 hours. I don't understand what I was doing. I wasn't really tired. Natalie drove for about 2 hours between Memphis and Birmingham, Alabama. And I dozed off for 30, 45 minutes or so in that time. And then she drove us to Buc-ee's. So that was pretty good. So we got gas at Buc-ee's and walked around for a moment. And then we got back on the road. We got home at, 5 o'clock ish Thursday night, and unpacked, did all of our house stuff, went to bed, and then woke up Friday, did stuff. I don't even know what all we did. I know we had 1,000 things on the list, but that's irrelevant right now.
Wow. And good story, Pee-wee. I hope you find your bike.
Yeah, right. And then after that, I drove to Richmond. So I drove to Richmond to the Richmond International Raceway or whatever it is up there. And, I got to go see this bad boy.
Oh my gosh.
In person. My gosh. Such a beautiful car. I want to say that Bassett Racing, that whole group of people is absolutely amazing. I'm sure none of them's even going to watch the show, but dude, I've followed NASCAR since I was 5 years old, and this whole experience was absolutely a dream come true. I got to go anywhere and everywhere I wanted to within the track. And
to the bathroom?
I did. I did. Absolutely tore that thing up. And
wow.
It was amazing.
Is a NASCAR bathroom different than a regular bathroom?
Yeah, it's faster.
You got to go pee as fast as you can.
Fast as you can. So, I get there super early, and I meet Chad Roberts, and me and Chad get in the track, and we wander around and do track stuff, and it was super fun.
You guys did like long jump and pole vault?
Yeah.
Wow.
All of it. So it was super cold. So Natalie definitely made a solid decision to not come. I think it was about 37 degrees ish, but it was a chilly 37. I know Matt McClear, I said something about it being cold at 37 and he laughed at me, but we were just in Vegas 2 days prior and it was 95 degrees. So, that's a heck of a change. So we get there and practice goes really well. We were about 16th in practice and we needed to be 32nd in qualifying. So those numbers were looking very, very much on our side. Dylan goes out for practice for qualifying on sticker tires, which were cold. And with it being that cold, it was really important to scrub the tires and try to get some heat into them. And he got too aggressive, and that's what happened. So he was scrubbing the tires, cranking the car back and forth, and that's going to naturally put some heat in them. And just a 37 degree track, cold tires, just didn't mix, and he spun the car around and bumped the inside wall, and pretty much ended our day. He backed up and still put down a good qualifying lap, but it was a second off the pole, and as close as these cars are, that's just not going to get you where you need to be. So we ended up qualifying 40th out of 42 cars, and the way the field was looking with provisionals and where we were in the owner's points, we needed to be at least 32nd. And, with, like I said, with our practice times, we were good, but it didn't work out for us. So unfortunately, we didn't make the race in Richmond, and it was extremely depressing, especially, from a team standpoint. And I've never really got to watch that before, like you don't think about the perspective of a small team. Like they don't make the race. I got to see what they go through. You know what I mean? Like how they feel, what they have to go through. Like they're still there. They can't leave. They got to wait for the race to be over before they can get their hauler out of the track and stuff. So they're there. And we sat there, and it was sad, dude. It was super sad. Like they worked really hard to get there. Those boys, they work on that car. None of the other drivers in the entire field in any series, pretty much none of the top series work on their car. And Dylan and Ronnie Jr., they work on that car 24/7 at their house. Like that is their car, and they go through tech, and they push that car through tech, and they work on it, and they're the mechanics. And dude, it's so awesome seeing the whole thing. Like this is an amazing group. I'm super lucky to be involved with them. And they unfortunately, they had to load up the car early, and it got loaded, and they made burgers and made the best of the day. And we wandered around, and we all walked to the pit road and watched driver intros and did the, national anthem and did the whole thing as a team. And we found us a spot, and we kind of posted up and watched the race together. And, I wandered around a little bit once the race really started going. And I was like, all right, I'm going to go be a race fan for a little bit. So I wandered off, and I found a Joe Gibbs pit crew, or, pit box, and I kind of hung out behind them. And
on the Bee Gees?
No, the race team. So,
different Gibbs.
So Joe Gibbs Racing is the team that I've followed for several years. And Joe Gibbs was up on the pit box, and he's the owner of the team. He was also the coach of the Redskins at one point in time.
And he's also a client.
And his grandson, is watching the team, or is driving. So, he was sitting on his pit box anyway. So I went down there and checked that out for a while, and then went back down there and finished the race with the team. And we continued on, and we went ahead and went home. But luckily, they're going to keep the car wrapped, and we're going to try it again. But unfortunately, I won't be able to be there because I'll be with, not necessarily unfortunately, but I can't be in two places at once.
Where's the next race at?
It's going to be in Martinsville, Virginia.
Oh my gosh, it's like right down the street.
So I made this thing. I forgot about that. So me and Chad, it's our VIP pass thing, and a bunch of little picture deals. But so the car is still going to be wrapped. They're redoing the front where Dylan tapped the inside wall. It wasn't bad, but it's going to be racing in Richmond, Virginia this weekend. The Xfinity Series on Friday night. So. If you want to watch the Honest Amish car, give it a shot again. Friday night, Martinsville. Dylan won't be in the car, but Ronnie Bassett Jr. will be in the car. He's a little bit older. He's got a little bit more experience. So we just got to make the field. We're going for 32nd, and then hopefully the car gets its day in the spotlight like it should, because it's a good looking car. But that was pretty much it. And now we're back here, and Natalie and I are going to leave first thing in the morning to go to Arizona.
So we have a bunch of people in the chat room that are joining us now. We got Monty, Joe, Elo, John's here.
What's up, everybody?
Everyone, we got Jeff's here. Felix is here, and Kara's also here, like we already know. But yeah, if you guys are watching the show, make sure you pop in the chat and get something up there so we can see that you're here, know you're watching the show, because we got some really exciting information that's about ready to come up here, and it's not about Jake's butt.
It's not, but it's about to be about Jake's butt.
It's going. Breaking news. We have Emily. So here we go. So I forgot to put her banner for her comp in here. Dadgummit. Anyway, so we'll just go with this. So live from Glendale, Arizona, adjacent area, out there somewhere. We have from the Desert Beard Battle. We have Emily Diver in the house. What's up, Emily? Oh my gosh, she's muted. This did not work. You're muted, Emily. Oh my gosh, Emily.
Here I am.
This is really how we want to start this. Really.
There we go. How are you doing?
Good. How are you?
I'm doing excellent. Sorry we kept you waiting for 10 minutes, but Scott said we'd be done at 8:20. So, I told you 8:20, but,
That's okay.
That's all right. So how are you? You're good?
It's hot here.
Yeah, it's going to be 97 degrees on Saturday.
Yes, but the event.
Speaking of butts, but go ahead.
Speaking of butts.
Yeah.
What on earth is that?
I feel it.
But the venue has really nice covering, so we're actually going to get a nice breeze in the afternoon going. So it should be pretty pleasant.
I'm really looking forward to it. So, are you good and ready for this thing? You have any loose ends you need to tie up?
We're still finishing the awards, the steerheads that we have. My mom, who is a local artist, she's been working on them for 6 months, almost every day. And so she's got one more special steerhead that she's working on that she's going to be finishing up this week.
Well, we weren't necessarily going to start there, but I mean, you've already brought it up. Can you show one of these steerheads off?
Oh my. Holy crap. These might be the most extravagant trophies ever for a beard comp.
So that's the veteran one.
What the hell?
This one was actually hand painted by me.
Yes. Whoa.
This is the veteran beard first place?
This is the Veterans Beard Champion Steerhead. So since we're starting with this, each first place winner will get one of these steerheads that my mom, who, like I said, was a local artist, she custom created each one. So each person that wins first place in each category will get one of these as a winner.
These are beautiful.
Yeah.
This is the veterans.
Wow. Oh, is she going to show us another one?
I think she is. It's
I like how you said your mom was an artist, as in like past.
She definitely still is an artist.
I'm pretty sure she is.
Yeah. She had a stroke a few years ago, so it takes her a little bit longer, but she definitely likes doing this. It's therapy for her.
Oh my Lord.
So this is the Whiskerina winner.
One of them.
I think this is the creative, actually.
These are amazing.
So in the center here, we're actually going to be putting Desert Beard Battle 2022, Glendale, Arizona, and the champion on there.
Wow.
State of Arizona.
Dude, that is super cool. So what's second and third going to get?
Well, we
Handshake.
A handshake. Yeah, we did everything for first place. I don't know what to say for second and third.
Each category was sponsored by a company that they're going to get a nice little prize and a ribbon for second and third. So
it's really just like a battle for first place. That's really,
Here's another
second
one.
place is just the first loser.
So each one's super different. I think this one is full beard styled stash.
Dude.
These things are insane. Like, I feel like booking a flight right now.
Go for it.
They say everything's bigger in Texas, right? But in Arizona, we just go all out here.
There you go.
I guess. Because you have to try to make it up to Texas.
Yeah, these are definitely some of the coolest trophies I've ever seen. I'll agree with Carrie on that one. Oh my gosh.
Like, this by far, you have started off the interview like crazy. Like,
sorry.
Oh no,
no, that's good. Like, I knew you were doing those, but that crap's amazing. Good for you. These are cool. And we appreciate the fact that sometimes with these competitions, like, people who are doing the trophies, they like to kind of keep it on the down low so people don't know, like, I think it's a special thing. Probably the stupidest thing any competition could ever do. You have to show, if you've got cool trophies, show them off. Give people a reason to come to your event. And this is a reason. People would come just to get those cool trophies. And I've said all along about any event. Like, I preached it about You Matter. Like, show off those buckles. Like, make cool trophies, show them off. People will come for those trophies.
I don't know if you want me to get in the best in show yet.
That one I would hold off on. I wouldn't show it.
If you want to show it off, show it off. That's your call. It's your event.
So
show it off.
One of our oldest towns in the state of Arizona, Tombstone, donated
They make pizzas there.
They do.
Well, they donated a piece of art for our Best in Show, and it's actually a bronze sculpture
of pizza
right here.
Holy!
Oh my God!
My Tatanka.
Yeah, pretty much. This was done by a local artist in Tombstone, and they said they wanted to be a part of it, and it's really super heavy. My arms are like slowly going down.
You should have had that muscle man lift it for you. Like he'd be like, "Excuse me, I'll show this."
He's like this. I'll show.
That's right. So a little bit of backstory about Jake Johnston. I wish we would have been recording our pre-show. So we always meet a little bit before the show, and just to make sure audio's working right, just to BS a little bit. And then Emily's mom just busts out and be like, talking about grabbing Jake Johnston's butt and seeing him naked. I'm like, what the heck is going on here?
She's like, don't mind me. I've been drinking wine.
Yeah, don't mind me, but, I've seen Jake Johnston naked. He don't know it. I'm like, well, he knows it now.
You hear what they're saying?
Your mom is awesome.
We're talking about you seeing me naked.
Jake's hiding behind his hat. My mom's like, what are they saying?
What? I didn't say that.
The best part about this is the fact that you have it in your ear and they can't hear everything we're saying.
Oh, yeah, you're in the... Oh, yeah, that's even better. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I'm telling you, it's one thing after another over here.
It's a wow.
Sounds like a fun place to be. So let's get back into a little more details about this event. So, Aaron, do you have specific? I know you have the questions.
Yeah, I just the basic stuff like we always go through. So, you want to go through and tell us a little bit about your judges you're going to have for this event?
Yeah, we have some pretty amazing judges. Of course, we have Jake Johnston. He's
Never heard of him.
Be judging.
Tight butt Johnson.
Bare lip, tight bottom Johnson.
Jake the tight end Johnson.
I can't say any of the other judges after that. He just walked off.
So are you going to make like name tags for the judges? You should definitely have.
I think I'm going to change Jake's. I'm going to change it.
He's the tight end now.
He's the tight end, yeah. And then we have Steve Fosnot coming.
Okay.
From the Bearded Villains. Cool. We have Eric Brooks. He's going to be coming and judging.
That's a good one.
Amarda Forsman.
Sweet.
And of course, Beard Mobb's own Monty is going to be there.
Not only do you have the best trophies I think I've ever seen, but you have compiled probably the best panel of judges. It's such a shame that the MCs are probably like the low ball thing you guys have going on for the whole weekend. But I
mean, it's really a shame that you got such a great panel of judges and your MCs are just going to be like garbage.
I will have to say I've been working on this comp since the last one that I did last year.
2 years.
I've been working on this for a year actually. And I started putting it out there. And you know what? Natalie was the first one to reach out. And I'm telling you, the planning exploded once she got a part of it. And I cannot.
And that's what she said.
What did he say?
I think you made Emily fall asleep, Scott.
She was tired.
She's so sleepy. All right, so what's Natalie got to do with this whole event? Well, why did you bring Natalie up?
Well, because she actually, she literally I was lost. Actually, honestly, when I first started, the one that I put on last year, it was kind of pieces and parts to put together, and I reached out on the Facebook world, and Natalie private messaged me, and it was like seriously got the ball rolling for all this planning. Getting you guys involved, getting Beard Mob involved, and just seriously getting these amazing panel of judges. And it's just all coming together. And seriously, I can't thank her enough. She's been a godsend, honestly.
She loves you, Natalie.
I do. That, Natalie?
She is just bawling right now.
Gosh, way to go, make Natalie cry.
Yeah. Thanks, Emily. Way to go.
Jeez.
All right.
Let's
so,
talk a little bit about the event is this weekend. Let's talk about the venue where it's at. Let's Mom's trying to hijack this.
So it's on Saturday, and it's at Desert Rose Gastropub and Pizzeria, which is now called the Horny Toad. The Horny Toad is actually a staple of Cave Creek. It's probably one of the oldest bars in the Phoenix Valley.
Okay.
They did our event last year, and they're like, we want you to do it again this year. It's a great place. They've got outdoor games for adults, like adult-sized Jenga. They've
NASCAR.
They do have NASCAR on the screens.
Good, because I'm gonna have to watch the race Saturday while we're there.
Oh yeah. They have air hockey. They have live music. Great place right in historic Glendale. So it's going to start at 4 to probably about 9. We've got about 12 vendors right now. Everything from handmade jewelry to candles to we have a couple of bakeries coming. So it's going to be a really great time. The venue is amazing. Like I said, it's going to be outdoors, and even though it's going to be hot, of course, after the sun goes down here in the desert, it gets really nice and cool. So it's a good, perfect place, I think.
No humidity.
Sean Glander wants to know if there's cornhole or not.
They do have cornhole boards, actually.
There you go, Sean Glander. See, you should just come.
Yeah, Sean Glander, you should just come.
Yeah, Sean Glander.
You should just come.
Yeah, Sean Glander.
That's what she said.
What'd your mother say?
Will your mom be there?
She just said that's what she said.
Your mom's going to be at the event, right?
Wow.
Yes.
Woo-hoo.
Sorry.
Excellent.
Maybe your mom should MC the event.
Yeah, right?
No.
Speaking of MCs, who are the MCs?
Well, we have
talk about that.
We have the infamous Aaron D. Johnston and the beautiful Natalie Johnston. We have co-MCs. So I'm super excited about that.
And your mom too. The three of them were doing
and your
it.
mom's the third MC now.
No?
Yes.
Why not?
Well, I'm extremely looking forward to emceeing this thing with Natalie. I think it's going to be a lot of fun.
Yeah, it's great. It's we haven't talked about it yet, but it is a charity event for the Diving Devil Dogs of Arizona. They're a local group here. They're a group of Marines that teach veterans how to scuba dive.
Ooh, raw.
And they help veterans with PTSD and suicidal tendencies, and they teach them how to scuba dive so they can kind of feel that adrenaline again and kind of take their minds off things that maybe is making them go a little bit south. So it was co-founded by two men, two Marines, Javier Rosa and Ray Bennett II. They do amazing things here in the Valley. They never ask for help. They are always helping. And that's one thing that I want to do is just kind of help them. I actually met them last year at a Bearded Villains event. I asked them if they wouldn't mind donating for the Phoenix Children's Hospital. And they said, yep. They didn't even hesitate in saying yes. And so I want to try and give back to them. They right now have 7 veterans that they want to get certified. And unfortunately, right now, they don't have the money to do that. So my goal is at least to help those 7 veterans get certified.
Did they give you any indication on what it costs to get one of them certified to do this?
I think they said it was $1,400 a person, maybe, is what they said. But this is what they do. They're going to have their boat out there, and they're going to
middle of the desert.
Yeah, they teach our veterans at a place. It's pretty close. It's probably about 15 miles from here. It's Lake Pleasant in Peoria, Arizona. We have a nice man-made lake out here, and that's where they teach them how to dive. And that video that you'd shown on YouTube is actually the commercial they filmed there at Lake Pleasant, and they do a lot of their training there.
Tell them about your bonus dad that's a Marine. Emily's bonus dad is a Marine. He's actually in the hospital right now having his 2 out of 3 surgeries this week on his back. He's Marine Corps, Vietnam.
Oh, wow.
And he would love to be there, but he will be in the hospital.
We should just take the party to him.
Yeah, we'll just go there.
Oh my God, he would
Just
love
move
it.
the whole event to the hospital. It'll be
So the pre-party is at the hospital on Friday night.
We're gonna do a bar crawl right through ICU.
nice. Perfect. They'll
Whatever
love
you
that.
got to do.
So speaking of Friday night, do you have anything set up for Friday night?
Yeah, we actually do. So NCG Hotels, which is the management company for Hilton, they gave us some amazing deals on our hotels, and they're actually sponsoring our judges. So they were amazing, and they actually gave all of our judges free rooms
Oh,
for the
wow.
weekend, as well as our MCs. So we are very gracious for them. They are in an area called the Westgate Entertainment District, and it's got bars, it's got entertainment, it's got live music. It's actually where our Arizona Coyotes play. It's within walking distance of that. So we are actually doing what we're calling, what do we call it? Beard Battle Bingo. And so what we did is just to kind of get people to have some fun, we came up with these bar crawl bingo cards. And there's 5 different cards. And it's just things that you kind of have to do and find. So, and it's your proof is pictures. So like, this one, I was really super tired, so I came up with a
baby in a bar.
baby in a bar.
A beard baby in a bar?
Well, I mean, I don't know if it's going to be bearded, but you can find a baby in a bar. Jake loves this one.
Old lady
cleavage.
Jake loves old lady cleavage. I remember him telling me about that.
Which goes along with me touching his butt while he's sleeping.
Oh, so now it's when he was sleeping. Oh,
the story unfolds more.
So you remember that time I was going to stay the night at your house, Emily? I'm really looking forward to it now.
So back to the cards.
Oh, okay.
Back to the cards.
But the most important one is each card has raised $20 from a stranger. And so I'm hoping that we can raise some money for the Diving Devil Dogs even at this event. So on the back are stickers, and you put the stickers on the card, and the first one to get to bingo wins a gift card.
$10,000? Awesome. Wow, that's very nice.
How much?
$10,000?
Well, you know what? I really appreciate you donating that for the bingo.
Wow.
So
$10,000
are we?
Wow.
Thanks for that, you guys.
Battling for?
I'm sorry?
What kind of gift card are we battling for?
So the first one is going to be, what did we decide was the first gift card for the bingo? $25 gift card to a local establishment in Westgate. It's called Salt. It's a it's a fun place.
Excellent margaritas.
And then the second part is
$25 gift certificate to Peppers.
Yeah, no, Salt.
The second one was the Peppers.
Yeah,
exactly.
Peppers.
So the second one is if you get a blackout, not if you black out, but if you get a blackout, you win a $50 gift card.
Wow.
So I think the main thing is just hanging out and having some fun. One of the places we're going to go to is called Fine Ash Cigars. They're a pretty cool bar and cigar place. They have some nice
cigars
drinks and cigars.
Scott is a cigar aficionado now.
They're actually known in the valley for their cigars. So we're going to be heading to that place. But it's each card is going to be $5. Again, everything that we're doing, we're trying to go toward the charity.
Yeah, absolutely.
So,
this is awesome. This is a super, super cool idea. I love it.
Yeah,
good job.
Everything that you've put together and planned for this has been extremely meticulously thought out and has everything is perfect.
Yeah. Good job.
You've done a wonderful job. And let's just hope that you have the most wonderful weekend for this and the weather's good and that everything goes off great and 10,000 people show up to this thing, and gosh, that would be the best beard competition ever.
Yeah, I'm hoping for a great turnout. We have not only Bike Week here this week.
Oh.
We also have a huge country festival here called Country Thunder. So we'll also have the beard competition. We're hoping to have a nice turnout. We're also going to have raffle prizes there and a 50-50 raffle. So there'll be other things going on. It should be a great event.
This is awesome.
Yeah, I'm super passionate about my veterans and my first responders, especially their health, mental and physical. I'm always trying to help them.
Yeah.
I just don't think that in general men's health is brought to light very much, especially veterans and first responders' mental health.
Well,
it's just never talked about enough.
In the public world, it's not talked about enough, but in the bearding community, it seems to be like one of the most major and in each community, it's a different group of people, but it's always usually veteran focused but it's all about, their mental stability and, trying to help them through difficult times, or if they have them or, the PTSD and all that stuff with the veterans who've come back from, war zones, and having a hard time adjusting to being a civilian again. But yeah, definitely it's not worldwide or nationwide a huge thing that people really pay attention to or know about. And that's, like I said, that's one of the cool things about the bearding community is they do put a humongous light upon it, and they really do. At least what we see in people who watch the show is all these different competitions that are going on all over the country. They're getting little glimpses of, wow, it's here, and they're understanding that, yeah, it is a bigger problem than, people understand. And we appreciate the fact that, you're taking the time to, do this for that cause. And we wish you the absolute best with this. I do. This is great. Thank you.
Well, I appreciate that.
Yeah, you've done an amazing job putting this whole thing together, and I'm really looking forward to being out there and just being involved with it and melting in the 97-degree heat. But it'll be fun.
It's a dry heat.
Yeah,
I'll tell you what.
It's fine.
We had about 97 here. We just went swimming for the first time today, right before the show, but yeah, it's hot.
Well, we have a little kiddie pool out in our backyard. So, Aaron, when you guys come, kiddie pool.
Yeah, I like cats.
We'll fill it up and we'll make sure that we have that ready for you.
You're gonna fill it up with cats?
I love getting in the pool with cats. This sounds great. Wow.
Hopefully, put the cats on ice first.
Welcome to the funny farm.
Well, Emily, thank you for everything. I know we could have just kept going on and on and on about your event, but everybody, if you are on the fence or you're even thinking about going out there, you should go to Glendale, Arizona this weekend. It's definitely going to be worth it. And, if you got a first place beard, you can come home with one of the most amazing trophies I've ever seen. And I'm not saying that those are badass. So
yeah.
Yes. And I also want to thank Honest Amish as well for being our title sponsor. Thank you so much for stepping up.
Super glad we could help out any way possible. So looking forward to this event. You've already done a great job, and it hasn't even happened yet. So I very much look forward to it. And, if there's anything else we can do in the next 2 or 3 days, let us know and we'll make it happen.
All right. We'll see you later.
All right, Emily. Thank you.
Bye. Thank you.
Bye. Welcome.
And you can find out more information about this event. We'll put a list of all the links to everything you're going to need to know about this event in the show notes and down below. Make sure you subscribe to, follow all these really great competitions that are going on across the country. So thank you, Emily, and we wish you the best of luck this weekend.
Absolutely. So, we got 5 minutes left. What do you want to get into here?
Well, we can let's talk about
the newsletter real quick.
Yeah, we'll do the newsletter. Let me get that pulled up.
Yeah, so everybody knows that Beard Team USA puts out these newsletters, and so the newest newsletter came out, and we're going to kind of review it and talk about it a little bit real quick. But so we can just do this real quick. If you are looking for any beard products, and it's getting that time of the year, and people may be swimming and whatnot. Like was talking about
that, and that's how this all got brought up, because I said to Aaron, I said, this is something you really got to make sure that we let people know about, because guys getting in the pool and getting chlorine in their beard, making sure that they're protecting their beard properly and taking care of it and maintaining it, especially in the harsh conditions of the summer.
That's right. So you can just go over to honestamish.com and you can use promo code TalkingBeards. You can save 15% off your order. And if you somehow, get over $35 in your cart, you'll get free shipping. So, that's pretty freaking good. So go over to honestamish.com, use promo code TalkingBeards, and you will save 15% off your order.
Yeah. So everyone, there is a thing for this too, but yeah, Beard Team USA just put out their latest. They've been kind of been in hiatus.
Slacking. We'll use the term slacking.
COVID, but
there you go.
Yeah, as you can see on the bottom of the screen there, it says sign up for the Beard Team USA newsletter, which is what this is, by going to beardteamusa.org/subscribe. And basically we had some information in here this month. There's our good buddy. Look at that beard. He looks like a beard boss guy.
He's a
James
former
McMahon
beard boss guy. Freaking James McMahon.
Yeah, so as it says, from a brief hiatus from severe COVID scares and other adulting adventures, the Beard Team USA newsletter is back. They're talking about they had the Nationals planned for Casper, Wyoming, at the Ford Wyoming Center, taking place alongside with the Booze and Bacon Festival. If you want more information about it, make sure you subscribe to the newsletter. Beard Team, or you can go for more information to beardteamusa.org.
And I'm also working on something super cool for National, so that we'll talk about that in the next few months. But
is it trying to get me there?
No, I think that's pretty much a lost cause, probably.
Okay. Speaking of events, Aaron, why don't you? What is this about?
Well, it says our good friends from Aiken, South Carolina, and Talking Beards have put together a very simple facial hair events calendar, and it's just called the Beard Calendar, and that's what we called it, and it's super easy to get to. Everything else, Talking Beards, that's us. So yeah, we put together a beard calendar. It's called thebeardcalendar.com, and you can go there. I've got everything set up by a month. It's super easy to use. I just put all the information I can find. I put it in there. Some events, like the Bearded Villain stuff, they don't put on Facebook. There's not event pages. So if there's an event page, it's linked and you can just click it and go to it.
And always remember too, if you go to thebeardcalendar.com, there's a little pop-up that'll pop up down there. What you want to do is click on it. And if you have an event that's going on, all you got to do is just type in the information about it, and it'll get up onto the calendar so everyone can know about it.
Or the most things, I don't even know the right wording. The thing that I get the most is I spell things wrong. So if you find some more errors in there, you could just tell me and I'll fix them, because I'm pretty good at making spell errors. But I also pasted and copied a bunch, and I had a bunch of events for 2020, and that's not.
That happened years ago, dude.
Yeah, well, I changed it to 2022, so now we're good to go.
Good to go. And the last thing on the newsletter from Beard Team USA, which is a big news about what's going to be happening.
Oh my gosh. Probably the biggest news ever.
Don't. Oh, look at him. He's like, I can see you. Peekaboo. What is it? Oh, the 2023 World Beard and Mustache Championship. It's announced. What's the details?
Yeah, so we got a little bit of details about it after the unfortunate cancellation of the 2023 WBMC in New Zealand due to COVID restrictions. We voted, and yeah, we're going to Germany. So here we go. We got this little thing. Bingo, bango. There's a WBMA announcement. We threw some little cool things on there, but yeah, it's going to be in Germany, and I'm not reading all that because it's in German, but it's in late spring at the city hall in that town, Berghausen. You guys sound angrier about German, but yeah, so we're going to Germany in 2023, so that's going to be super fun, and everybody start saving now because it's Germany and you got to fly there.
Germany, and you have to eat all the beers.
Yeah, eat Wiener Schnitzel.
Schnitzels. Yeah. So if you guys are interested in finding out more about what's going on with what's going on in the beard world, beardteamusa.org, you can go and sign up for that newsletter once a month. They'll send you a really cool newsletter with more information. And as all these major events are going to be happening throughout the rest of the year, you're going to want to stay informed. And if you don't do that, you can always follow us on talkingbeards.com. There you can stay more informed with all the things that are going on every week all around the country. There's so many different events going on. We said if you go to thebeardcalendar.com, you're going to find out about all the events that are going on, and it'll coincide with a lot of things that are going on with this show. So if you want to keep up to date with the latest news of what's going on in the bearding community, make sure you go over and follow Talking Beards on all social media. Follow the podcast. You can subscribe wherever you subscribe to podcasts, and make sure that you subscribe to us on YouTube, because there's going to be lots of cool stuff. There'll be a video up by the end of the week, new podcast up by the end of the week, and that's it. That's all you're getting from us tonight. But we want to thank everyone. I'm Scott Sykora. You can find me at Scott Sykora on all social media. Thank you guys for all tuning in. Thank you, Emily, for coming on the show tonight, and Aaron.
Yeah, I'm Aaron D. Johnston. Thank you, everybody, like Scott said, for tuning in and watching us, and Emily and everybody's involved that creates this little show that we love doing every week. So you can find me at Instagram, Twitter, Facebook at Aaron D. Johnston. I'm at Talking Beards on TikTok. And of course, all Honest Amish stuff. You can go find that. We Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, and TikTok as well at Honest Amish, and honestamish.com. Save 15%, Talking Beards. So everybody have a great evening. And if you're going to be in Arizona this weekend, I'll see you there. So everybody have a great night. Okay, bye.
So long, everyone. Thank you for joining us.
Farewell.
Thanks for tuning in to Talking Beards. Make sure you go over to honestamish.com and use promo code TalkingBeards to get 15% off your order. Don't forget to tune in live next Tuesday, 8 p.m. Eastern at talkingbeards.com.